and soy sauce. Yes, soy sauce. These are the building blocks of flavor, the deep umami notes that make you forget what's missing. Throw in some red wine, a few secret seasonings, and hours of simmering until the kitchen smells like a Southside deli on game day. That's how you know you've hit pay dirt. Let me paint you a picture. It's a cold, windy afternoon in Chicago, the kind that cuts through your coat, sending shivers straight to your bones. Spring arrives and you're wandering through a city known for its bold flavors, its deep dish pizzas, and of course, the iconic Italian beef sandwich. You know the one, juicy slices of slow-cooked beef piled high on a roll, smothered in giardiniera, dripping with au jus. A culinary staple, a sandwich that defines the city. Now, imagine it, without the beef. Wait. No beef, no cows, no rich, savory broth flooding the bun? Exactly. We're talking about vegan Italian beef. Two words that might seem as contradictory as tofu in a Texas barbecue pit. But hang on, this isn't some soulless substitute for the real deal. No, this is something different, something born out of necessity, innovation, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of madness. And if you think that stripping away the beef strips away the flavor, you're in for a surprise. Before I finish this rant of sorts, hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment if you so choose. Thanks. Italian beef sandwiches have roots steeped in history, with stories of Italian immigrants stretching every last bit of meat during hard times. The process was all about coaxing maximum flavor out of minimum ingredients. Fast forward to today, where meat substitutes are the new frontier of culinary exploration. And you'll find chefs working tirelessly to recreate that magic without the cow. But let's be clear, vegan Italian beef is not about mimicking perfection. It's not about fooling the carnivores, it's about something else entirely. It's about rethinking tradition while still respecting it. It's about making something that stands on its own. You bite into it, expecting disappointment. You expect to feel the loss of tradition, the absence of beef, the soul of the sandwich hollowed out. But then, wait for it, you get hit by that familiar blast of seasoning, the tang of giardiniera, the depth of umami. You realize that maybe, just maybe, the soul was never in the beef to begin with. So what's the secret to vegan Italian beef? It's not some Frankenfood concoction engineered in a lab. It's much more primal. The base is often made from seitan, a protein-rich wheat gluten that, when prepared right, has that chew you expect in a good sandwich. But it's not just about texture. The real magic happens in the broth. The same way that Italian grandmothers spent hours coaxing flavor out of bones, vegan chefs are doing with herbs, spices, and vegetable stock. Think roasted garlic, caramelized onions, mushrooms, and soy sauce. Yes, soy sauce. These are the building blocks of flavor, the deep umami notes that make you forget what's missing. Throw in some red wine, a few secret seasonings, and hours of simmering until the kitchen smells like a Southside deli on game day. That's how you know you've hit pay dirt. And the kicker? The giardiniera, those pickled peppers, the crunch, the bite, they're non-negotiable. You need that acidic zing to cut through the richness, just like in the original. Without it, you might as well go home. Here's the thing, Chicago is no stranger to food innovation. This is the city that made deep dish pizza a religion. So it's not surprising that they're pushing the boundaries with their beloved Italian beef. Walking into a local joint, seeing a menu that proudly offers both the traditional beef and a vegan version, it's not just a trend, it's a sign of the times. The crowd is still divided, of course. There will always be those die-hard traditionalists clinging to the idea that real food requires real meat. But there's a growing number of people open to trying something new, people who realize that flavor transcends ingredients. I'm not saying vegan Italian beef will replace the original, but that's not the point. The point is that it exists and it's damn good. And in a city like Chicago, where food is a way of life, that's all that really matters. As you chew on that first bite, a question lingers. Could this be the future of comfort food? A world where the taste of tradition is no longer bound by the ingredients of the past? That's the thing about food. Just when you think you figured it out, it throws you a curveball, and maybe, just maybe, that curveball tastes like seitan drenched in au jus with a side of hot peppers. Thanks for watching. Until next time, remember, cook, drink, eat, and repeat.